Welcome to the Portland Metro Market Update. Now you're going to want to check out this video if you're thinking about buying or selling right here in Portland. Now we have November's numbers hot off the press. Here we are in the beginning of December of 2023. So hey, let's jump right into it. Hey everybody, my name is Cullen and I have a local real estate company right here in Portland. So if you guys are looking to buy or sell, if you have any questions, go ahead and reach out. My information's right down there in the description area. Go ahead and shoot me a text, send me an email, or give me a call. I'd be happy to talk a little bit more detail on the exact neighborhood that you're looking to get into. Now let's look right here at inventory in months. Wow, 3.5 months inventory. Now that's a big surprise. There's a lot of buzz going on in the real estate circles here locally. 3.5 months. That's a lot of inventory. We haven't seen that kind of inventory in quite some time. And that really does show you how slow the market has gotten here and how much more into a buyer's territory of a market that, that we've gotten into. It really depends. You want to get really granular into which neighborhood that you're looking to move to. Because as we'll look at a little deeper into some of these different sections of Portland and suburbs, they all definitely vary and have their own little micro market here within Portland. Some of the neighborhoods like Northeast and Southeast Portland have gone down in price, down in appreciation over the last 12 months. So if you're looking to buy, you can get some great deals in there in those neighborhoods. Then on the flip side, if you look at Lake Oswego, they've gone up about 3% in the last 12 months. So it really does depend on which neighborhood, which area you're looking to get into, and which price point for that neighborhood. Next, let's go to the residential trends. We have this quick graph right here, which is really awesome, great for reference. This is comparing just month over month. So we're looking at November's numbers of 2023 versus last month of October. So listings are down, pending sales are down, and closed sales are down. So let's talk about that really quick because all these are related. Basically, new listings are down, and of course, with that, pending sales are down. There's not as many new listings in November as there was to October. So that's a lot. That correlates to exactly what I'm seeing here on the ground, that there was a lot less new listings going on the market in November. And that is very typical as we get into December, and then that should start flipping around the other way once we get into January and slowly picking up as we get into the spring. And then let's come down to the next section of the average sales price, median sales price. And this is just from the last 2 months. It's kind of hard to gauge, that number. You get a better idea of the moving average when you kind of look at the bigger picture of more like a 12-month average. But it is 0.5% increase in price. Next, inventory went up 0.6 months, which we just talked about. We're at 3.5 months total inventory, which is a lot for Portland. And total market time up 10 days. Wow, that is a big number. And if you look over here, 10 days, here we are, inventory and time on market, 55 days average. Now, each neighborhood could be plus or minus from this. This is the average of the Portland Metro. So depending on what neighborhood you're looking at, reach out to me and we can dive deeper into those numbers so we know exactly, what kind of, if you're looking to buy, what kind of strategy we would need to implement for that neighborhood. So 55 days, that's a lot. The previous month we were at 45 days. So that's a big jump with a lot less new listings. And that just means properties are sitting on the market longer. There's a lot less buyers in the market. So just in the last 2 weeks, I've actually had a lot of clients reach out to me, come in town, tour some different properties, some different neighborhoods, getting ready to buy in the spring. So I am seeing a big uptick in activity just in the last 2 weeks. And typically this is the quieter time in December and going into the new year. But when people have time off this time of year, I do actually, for my business, usually see a little uptick in the amount of activity. So with that 10 additional days of market time and with 17% less new listings from the previous month, that means there's a lot less inventory on the market. In October, it felt like, hey, we're seeing a lot more inventory here. than previously, and things are sitting on the market longer, so they're kind of accumulating. But then just really in the last couple of weeks, it has felt like there's a lot less inventory. I've seen properties that have been on the market for a little while get pulled off the market and kind of getting ready to repackage them, remarket them, to put them back on after the new year, or maybe even wait until the springtime a little bit for some of those. So I think you're getting a combination of properties that have been on the market for a little bit, getting pulled off, and then people just not listing their property yet, of course, and waiting until after the holidays. And I will repeat this, I've said this before, but if you are a buyer and you're ready to buy now, then you can get some excellent deals out there right now, because we're able to negotiate the purchase price, the repairs, credits towards rate buy downs. I mean, there's all kinds of things that we can negotiate right now. So if you are ready to buy right now, I would highly recommend that you take advantage of the market conditions right now, because they couldn't be any more perfect for a buyer. So if you see something on the market that you really like right now, then go ahead and reach out to me. My information's right down there below. But a lot of people do need to wait till the springtime, and that's fine. I just want to make that clear that the conditions are really, really good if you're a buyer. So let's scroll down here and look at November 2023, this year's numbers of November versus the previous 12 months, November 2022. We do have more listings right now than we did last year this time, up 9%. The amount of pending sales is down 3.8%. Amount of closed sales is down 17%, which means, hey, we have that 55 days on market, so they are sitting a lot longer than they were a year ago. And our median sales price, we're about neutral, 0.3% from where we were last year. And again, this really depends on the neighborhoods. Some neighborhoods are down 3 to 6% from the last 12 months, and some are up 3% from the last 12 months. So it really is neighborhood specific. Let's look at our average and median sales price, and you can see our median sales price is right around that $530,000 mark. Last year it was $550,000, so it has decreased about that 3% in the Portland metro. And here you can see the activity, the amount of the heat map, the amount of closed sales. You can see, this year, here we are, November 2023, majority of the Portland homes being sold are that like $300,000 to $800,000 range. It's kind of the triple digit, the bulk of the action here. And then it goes a lot less as we kind of go up in market price. Now let's look at the amount of new listings. In November here of 2023, over here on the left, we're looking at new listings, 1,800 new listings, October 2,200. So you can see we got quite a bit less new listings in November from October. So year to date was 28,000. Last year, 2022, we had 35,000. So we got one more month of December to add in there to see kind of where we land at. And total market time, here we are, that 55 days. Last month was 45 days. And our median sales price went up a little bit of November from October. But again, in most areas, we're still able to negotiate prices. If that home has been sitting on the market longer than a couple of weeks, chances are we'll probably be able to negotiate definitely repairs and possibly the sales price as well. And here's a little graph. These are great just to give you a little better context of a visual. Our active residential listings. Here we are on our plot compared to the last 2 years. So, we're still elevated from where we were in the last 2 years on the amount of active listings. And they did go down a little bit, but not as much as historically. And now let's go down to new listings. And you can see we have longer days on market. So that's more active properties on the market than before. But the amount of new listings had been down the last couple years, last month, and now we're actually just upticked a little bit from where we were last year, but still under from 2021. So I'd expect this to keep going down here a little bit, probably following this trend somewhere in here, but maybe we'll end up in December pretty much tied maybe with 2021. Here's our pending sales. We're coming really close here with last year's amount of pending sales. And then let's go over to closed sales, which is down compared to the last couple of years. And average market time. As you can see, we usually tick up As we get into December and we come to January, usually starts to tick down, 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 and kind of bottom out in that June, July range. And then it starts to tick back up. Because this is our big season, our hot season, our spring season really is that March, April, May, June into July. And here's a graph just to give you a sense too of our average and median sales price. Again, the median sales price is a little bit more accurate here, I think. So you can see that this went down last year, last December. As Portland Metro, the price really corrected, and then it bounced right back up, not as high as we were, and then it started to come back down as we get into the winter season. And you can see these peaks and valleys. This is our yearly cycle here, up and down, up and down. And then that was our big COVID, shoot up, just like most cities had over the last previous couple of years. And then this last year, we did have a good correction, which was great. And we really needed that here in the Portland metro area. Now you can see that it's come down, and it actually looks like it's kind of flattened out, and maybe we're kind of getting ready to come back up again. So if you are ready to buy and you see something on the market that you like, again, I would really take advantage of that. And for those of you that are looking to move to Camas, let's look at Clark County. That's here in Washington. You can see that the median sales price is remaining very steady as the price has come down. Here in the Portland metro, prices remained very steady there in Southwest Washington. And here are the total active listings in the Portland metro, just shy of 6,000. So we got about 6,000 listings in the Portland metro, active listings. And you can see what we were compared to that the last couple of years. And also in December, it usually takes a big hit in the amount of active listings in December. So we'll see how that kind of pans out next month. Okay, now let's highlight a couple of those neighborhoods I was talking about at the beginning of this video. Here's the area report where we break down some of the individual areas. So you can see Northeast and Southeast Portland. These are two areas that have a lot of the popular neighborhoods for the city of Portland. So let's look here first at Northeast Portland, and let's look over all the way down here to the average sales price change over the last 12 months. So it's down 1.4%. You can see North Portland is down 7.6%. Southeast Portland is down 6%. Now that's a lot. It's down 6%, 7% from the previous 12 months. So you can see the market time here, 51 days, 39 days in Northeast Portland, and 65 days in North Portland. And here's our median sales price right here, $462, $525 in Northeast, and $467 in North Portland. And let's scroll down here to Lake Oswego, Westland. And if you look over here, we're up 3% in Lake Oswego, Westland, and our average sales price over the last 12 months, up 3%. You can see, look at all the other sections of Portland, they're all down. Lake Oswego, Westland is up 3%. That really just goes to show you what a good value Lake Oswego has. So if you're looking to move to the Lake Oswego area, it is very popular, it is in demand. So it's just something to consider. Definitely reach out to me if you're looking to move to the Lake Oswego, Westland area, and we can kind of strategize and get a little bit more granular on that. Now, as we're talking in the beginning of December, now still really is a great time to take advantage of the market conditions to buy if you're able to. All indications are it's going to start heating up, I think, for this springtime market. So you can see for just this month of November, the average sales price is $1,068,000, and the median sales price for the last 12 months for both of them was $819,000. I hope this helps give you a quick overview of what's going on right here in the Portland metro area. If you guys have any specific questions, go ahead and reach out. Our information's right down there. Again, my name is Aaron Cullen. See you guys on the next one.